Okay, so this is gonna be that like pivot prone motion and then bring that into swimming. So pivot prone, thinking like baby starting to, like lift up off the ground and kind of start exploring. So we want to think about, remember, we want kind of pinky leading the way to get that little bit of pronation of the forearm. Then we're going to be trying to get wrist above the elbow. I mean, it may not get that same tension here. So that external rotation, you get tension everything through the shoulder blade and start tipping it back a little bit. And then we kind of pull back to like posteriorly depress it. So start just kind of those lift offs here. Layla might be popping in, coming up like that. Start just doing some holds there. Again, used to kind of being back there. Then you can kind of progress from there into being here, and then that kind of like you're reaching, like you're imagining a baby, you're reaching for that toy, coming back, reach almost like that, like shot put. Make sure you can just reassess. You're gonna want to drop down here. Try to keep that little bit of tension. Keep on doing. Same thing there. So kind of like what you want to think about is part of the reason why AC joints have some issues is because the shoulder blades tipping forward. So that bring that elbow back will make that rotator cuff work, but it'll just tension everything, get that little bit of tipping back, and then you'll have room to kind of let it slide down on the back of the rib cage rather than kind of not being tipped forward on the flat surface, and then kind of you run some issues there and kind of catch the front. So then kind of bring that into swimming, either like do it on the ball or like the bench. But then like it's gonna be a little bit more assisted here than being like flat on the board. Be here, you're gonna come up that same pivot prone, and you're gonna think about that stroke. You reach out, you recover back, then you catch back into that pivot prone. This side reaches out, comes back down, you get that rotation, and then it's that return up, and then you can try to just coordinate that a little bit more, but just kind of go slow. Reach out and just try to get that little bit of external rotation as you go there. They'll also start getting you that little bit more of that extension through here. This is kind of what I was talking about really, really quickly. Don't focus on this too much. But if you're like, okay, this is easy, I want to focus on a little bit more. We want to think about that rib cage, not popping out, making all that motion come from there. Once you kind of get that motion down, you can think about keeping this lower part of the rib cage down and then extending through the upper back to get there. It's okay if this does eventually come, but we want to be able to keep that a little bit of tension, make like each segment getting that extension, not just from the bottom of the rib cage. But don't worry about those details too much right now.